Hey everyone, Michael here with Hello Cupcake It's Me. Today is the Saturday check-in. It is May 20th, 2023, and thanks for hanging with me. If you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe, then head on over to podcast.hellocupcakeitsme.com to check out the podcast that gets updated every Thursday, and then head on over to the blog hellocupcakeitsme.com. And make sure to follow me on all the different social medias, of which will now be the new Instagram social media. So just look for Hello Cupcake It's Me on social media on Instagram. There's nothing on the profile as of yet. I'm going to start trying to migrate some of my personal photos and stuff that I've taken over the years to that account. But anyways, how are y'all today? Um, I slept in, and it felt so fucking good to be able to do so. The cat didn't sing the song of his people, and I literally just pulled myself out of bed and sat down. Um, Basically, how I woke up with my hair, it was just a little bit more untamed, and I pulled it out of my hair tie, so you're getting good morning hair vibes. Because I just need to let it down and let that tension from being pulled back go away. So, anyways, watched a pretty funny, kind of interesting indie movie last night, or at least I'm assuming it's indie, but it was called Polite Society, and it revolved around these two sisters. One of them was an artist, the other one was like an aspiring martial artist who really looked up to this one lady who did a lot of martial arts, special effects, stunt person work in like Star Wars and in Marvel and stuff like that. And it was kind of like this Bollywood meets James Bond meets like young woman coming of age, like kind of sisters splitting apart type situation. So a lot going on, a lot to unpack there, but some of the classic like Bollywood dancing and Indian singing, yeah, but all of it was in English, and it is an English movie. So it was just kind of like, okay, this is fun, quirky. The night before that, I watched Air, the story about Michael Jordan and how Nike basically did this huge bankroll and won over Mrs. Leslie Jordan's like confidence, and she made her son sign the deal with Nike, and it was really, I like backstories like that, and it really wasn't too much about Michael himself. Like, I don't think you ever once got to see the character. He always had his back to the camera, and he always was just like a a, a background shadow. Basically, it was more about like the story of the mother and how she went to bat for getting him like the deal that he got, basically. So really, really cool backstory. um what else is going on? Oh yeah, so yesterday at the Y, oh my gosh, some days that pool is nice and warm and is like a hug from a blanket, and other days it is just frigid. Yesterday was that like midway point. Like, you jump in, you're like, fuck, this is cold, but then like a second after your heart stops like going into cardiac arrest, it's like, okay, this isn't too bad. uh I didn't get the full workout that I wanted to. do yesterday. Like, I really wanted to push myself and get in there and just, like, do my running laps and, like, get my heart rate up to 156 and all that other stuff. I did a little bit of that, but for the most part, it was just getting in there and just letting the water do the work. Like, I did my own workout and I did my own, like, movements or stuff, but at one point I was just holding on to the side of the wall and just barely moving myself back and forth, just enough to, like, let the gravity of the water move and manipulate my back and my hips and my legs all the way down to my feet. And I put myself into a trance. Like, I started doing that Monday, and I was just like, you know what? I really like the way this feels. I like the way that it just kind of loosens everything up. So I'm starting to make the last part of my exercising like this meditative thing. And so just taking a few moments to feel my body just being manipulated in the water, just moving back and forth, and, like, none of my muscles are contracted. Everything is completely relaxed. The only muscles that I'm using are my hands on the side of the wall, and then just gently swaying myself back and forth. And really amazing. So, yeah. The only thing, though, that I did notice is when I was doing my in-water stomach exercises, like, I guess on land you'd call them cherry pickers or whatever. I do, like, water crunches, and then I do this one where I cross my body trying to touch each toe while in the water. I did notice that, like, I was working a lot of my stomach, and this morning that's really sore, like all the muscles around my stomach, so that's good. Um, there's times where I feel like my stomach is getting smaller, and then there's other times I look at it and I'm just like, yeah, that's just the same old size as you always been at, isn't it, boy? So, what else is going on? Oh, getting into video games and talking about the video games right now. Last night, I thought that I finished and completed the entire Mario Brothers game with every single coin possible. I beat Bowser, went back into the game, and having beat Bowser, like, it was like, okay, cool, but it set me back after I had to reset the game or whatever. It didn't really save all of everything that I had done. So I had to load up a saved a saved file that I made while playing the game, which took me back to, like, before I beat Bowser. And I had to go through and I did the whole Star Road, did the whole Special Star Road, and as soon as I did the Special Star World Warp, and it changes everything into that autumn or whatever the hell they call it, every single one of the lands had their coins back. And so I'm just like, you know what, I'm done. Fuck this shit. So I need to try to find another game that I can zone out on that's similar to that, because having to redo a game that took me I'll say a good 2.5 days to beat, getting every single coin, every single secret, every single exit, all that other stuff. Yeah, I just don't have it in me to complete the game yet again. And I don't really care for Super Mario Brothers, like the very first one on the Nintendo. Mario Brothers 2 is one of my favorites. Mario Brothers 3, kinda. And I'm at a point on Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Brothers 2 Yoshi's Island, that I can't get past, and I don't know how to get past it, and so I'm like, okay, well, now I'm out of games to play. So if you own a Nintendo Switch and you have the online capabilities, let me know what game I should go into next on the SNES expanded cartridge thing, or whatever the hell they call it. I don't have the expanded membership, I just have the basic membership. So yeah, let me know what you think and what game I should tackle on there. The other thing I might do is, I have a bunch of other regular games that aren't built into the system that I could start playing. I still haven't finished Mario Odyssey all the way through. I'm at the very last level where you go back to the moon and you have to, like, everyone is celebrating and you have to get across that last one, and there's those fire grates and stuff that you have to. That's as far as I got on that video game. I can't get any further because I can't make those jumps. So, and as far as I can tell, there's no way to get any kind of special flying ability or anything like that to get up and past all of those, that you have to make the three-dimensional jumps and parkour your way. I did it one time where I got completely around the side and fell through, and that was like the last life thing that I had. So, and I hate the fact that they did the stupid where Mario touches fire, he's like, ouch, 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 and takes off running, and you can't control him. And, like, if they didn't have that in there, or there was some way to shut that off, I might be able to do that, that part of the course. But the fact that he does that stupid, my butt's on fire, and he goes running around and you can't control him. Yeah, that's another aspect of that game that I absolutely fucking hate. But, yeah. So anyways, yeah, I feel like there's really not much for me to put into this video today, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go before I sit here and ramble on anymore. As this is uploading or whatever, I'm going to work a little bit on my book, and then try to figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. So until Wednesday, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.